Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Planescape Torment. Where we left off last time, we had just gotten the key from the Mortuary 3rd floor and we did some exploring as well. We are now going to head downstairs actually. And apparently we are holding once more. You see a stern looking man in black robes. He is glaring at you suspiciously. You, state your business. Lean in as if to whisper something to him and then snap his neck. We could try that. Alright, why not give it a shot? You're not fast enough and the dustman dodges as you lunge for him. Taking a step back, he claps his hands together sharply 3 times and now we're under attack. So we're gonna try that again, but hopefully better. Our dexterity was not high enough to break his neck effectively, so let's try that one more time. Maybe we'll try to talk our way out of it this time. I seem to have gotten turned around in these halls. Are there any guides who can direct visitors? The dustman frowns. He seems skeptical. There are guides that can direct you in the antechamber. Do not wander the mortuary unescorted. Thank you for your assistance. I will go speak to the guide. We just lied. That worked out fairly well, actually. Now, where are we exactly? Oh, I know where. Okay. I know where we are. So we can leave right now, but we're not going to. Oh, go away. Stop that.
I'm gone.
Apparently he wants to talk to us too. Turned around, guides. Thank you for the assistance. Go to the guides. So,
Done.
Same thing again. Now, there are these giant skeletons here. We're not going to fight them. There is another way to deal with them. First, I'm going to grab.
I'm gone.
Hey, get out of the way. Grab my crescent hatchet. That is a pretty nice weapon. It's quite good for the beginning of the game, 2 to 7 damage, and Thaco -1, which is really, really nice. That being said, we're not going to use it forever because we are not going to be fighters for very long. Just long enough to get some hit points built up and stuff like that. But we wanted to come down here. Oops. And we're going to talk to this zombie here. This doddering corpse has had its eyes shown shut as well as its mouth, and the number 732 is carved into its brow. The threadwork that keeps its ocular cavity sealed looks extremely old. You wonder if the eyes were sewn shut before or after the man's death. You notice he is carrying a huge tome in his hands, as if taking it somewhere. I'm going to take the tome from his hands carefully. You carefully take the tome from the corpse's hands. It doesn't seem to notice. The tome appears to be a book of enchantments and wards. It is filled with diagrams and charts detailing various aspects of the necromantic arts. The book itself is extremely heavy. As awkward as the zombie is, it must be extremely strong. I'm going to examine it one more time. Sorry about taking the book from you. It just looked too interesting to pass up. The corpse continues to stare at you. Excellent. Alright, so we are going to go deal with the giant skeletons now. We're going to quick save because I don't fully remember how to do this part. Before you is a giant skeleton in ornate bronze armor. The armor has been bolted onto the skeleton's frame and a series of elaborate symbols have been carved across the breastplate. You wonder where the skeleton came from. You weren't aware they made humans in this size. The huge blade in his hands looks like it weighs as much as a wagon cart. Mind if I hold that blade for a second? You must be getting tired of it. The skeleton looks too long dead to answer any of your questions. Either that or its head is too high up for it to hear you. Hey, how about this skeleton, Mort? Will it do as a body? Mort grins. Is that a yes or... Oh, sorry. Mort floats up to the head of the skeleton, stares at it, then floats back down, studying the armor and the blade as he descends. Oh, yes. Yes, I think this will do. Alright, give me a second to pry the head off this thing. As you're about to do so, you suddenly stop, and your eyes are drawn to the skeleton's armor. Something about the symbols engraved on the breastplate make you pause. If these skeletons are guardians, then disturbing them may awaken them. I'm going to examine the giant skeleton carefully. The skeleton's intricate bronze armor is riveted onto its ribcage and shoulder blades with a series of iron bolts. As you study the frame behind the armor, you notice the same iron bolts are set into the skeleton's shoulder, elbow, pelvic, and knee joints, and a mass of thick leather cords and heavy knotted ropes run along the length of the skeleton's arms and legs, woven in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. Okay, we're going to examine the armor. Despite the armor's obvious age, it looks well cared for. It shines brightly, and the symbols engraved on the breastplate seem to flow in the firelight, shifting slightly whenever you try to focus on them. We're going to study the symbols. Almost unconsciously, you let your gaze relax as you look at the symbols. After a moment, the symbols cease shifting and resolve into a trail of runes that run up and down the breastplate. Strangely enough, the interlocking pattern of runes reminds you of chains, and with that thought, you suddenly recall that these runes are some sort of warding enchantment. Study the runes and try and recall the enchantment. You study the pattern of the runes as they weave their way across the breastplate. On its most basic level, the runes are a lesser armoring enchantment, but several skull-shaped runes and spherical tracings along the edge of the armor make you suspect several greater necromantic and warding enchantments are woven in as well. Touching the skeleton will most likely cause it to awaken and defend itself. I'm going to see if I can dispel the enchantments somehow. You suspect that marring the rune pattern along the breastplate could unravel the enchantments, but it looks difficult. The pattern is complicated, and scratching out the wrong portion could cause the skeleton to animate. Okay. We are going to compare the pattern to the enchantments in the Tome of Bone and Ash and see if we can determine how they can be broken. From what you can make out from the tome, it seems the armoring enchantment applies only to the breastplate. The necromantic enchantment allows the skeleton to be raised, but it is the warding enchantment that gives the skeleton its limited awareness of its surroundings. You'd guess that if you were to mar the skeleton's wards, it would interpret it as an attack, unless you blinded it to your presence first. So we are going to do the warding enchantment, then through the necromantic, and then armor enchantment. The work is difficult and nerve-wracking at first, but slowly your mind begins to focus and the runes begin to unravel beneath your attack. Within minutes, the giant skeleton has been stripped of its enchantments. It collapses, falling to the floor with a crush of bones and a heavy clanging noise. Damn pile of bones. You wait for a moment, but no one responds to the sound. Moving quickly, you sift through the skeleton parts on the floor. Most of it is too heavy or too old to be useful, but you discover a piece of the skeleton's breastplate. With the majority of one of the broken enchantments engraved on it, you have a feeling that it could prove useful. I'll just take it back.
I feel strong, right?
We did gain a level. I think. Pretty sure I gained a level. Yeah. So we are now level 3, actually. We're at 8,300 blah blah out of whatever. We gained a characteristic point, some hit points, and stuff like that. And what else did we get? Nothing. That's all we got. Fighting skills have improved. That's all we have. We have 1 character point. We are going to go put this into Wisdom. Ooh, Wisdom or Charisma? Crap. I think we put this into Wisdom first. Oh God. I can't remember how I wanted to set this up. Okay, yeah, Wisdom's fine for now.
I'm gone.
Oh, I got camera lock on. How did I put that on by accident? No, that's not it. There we go. That's what I wanted to get rid of. Alright, let's talk to the next skeleton. We're going to do the exact same thing as the last time. Dispel the enchantments again. Warding, rune pattern, necromantic covering. Let's see what we get this time. We get some more experience.
Looks like my skills have been. What's up?
And our dear friend Mort now leveled up. He is going to be slightly better. I'm not going to spend forever re-rolling to make sure I get the most hit points. I just don't care that much. So we're just going to let whatever I get become our new thing. Become our new hit points. And next skeleton. Same thing again. And
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to. Alright.
Oh, I had to drop it on the ground. So we're getting runes from each of these, by the way. There's a rune of armor, a rune of lesser warding, and some other stuff. I'm going to give that to Mort, and that to Mort. And I probably don't need any of these things, but we'll go read through them really quickly and then throw them away if we don't need them in a minute here.
I'm gone.
And the last skeleton here. Boop. And then dead.
Can't
All right.
run while I'm carrying all this.
And now I'm just full up. I have too much stuff. We'll give the Tome of Bone and Ash to Mort for now. Maybe not. We'll keep it, and we'll give the receiving logbook to Mort.
All
There we
right.
go. That's better.
Done.
And did I pick up this thing? I did not. That thing is heavy as well. So we're gonna give the hammer to Mort now. Mort is actually a pretty decent fighter. He's actually a really solid tank because he's got a very low armor class, which is kind of nice. We're gonna quick save, and we're gonna come up here into the Memorial Hall. As you can recall, one of our companions was supposed to be here, and there she is. Dianara. You see a strikingly beautiful ghostly form before you. Her arms are crossed and her eyes are closed. She has long, flowing hair, and her gown seems stirred by some ethereal breeze. As you watch, she stirs slightly, and her eyes flicker. Greetings.
You. What is it that brings you here?
Her eyes
Have you
slowly
come to
open,
see
and she blinks in
firsthand
confusion
the
for a
misery
moment,
you have wrought?
as if uncertain where she
Perhaps
is.
in death I still hold
She looks
some
around
shred of
slowly,
use for you.
then sees you. Her tranquil face suddenly twists into a snarl. You! What is it that brings you here? Have you come to see firsthand the misery of you wrought? Perhaps in death I still hold some shred of use for you? Her voice drops to a hiss. My love. Who are you? The spirit makes a begging motion with her hands. How can it be that the thieves of the mind continue to steal my name from your memory? Do you not remember me, my love? The ghost stretches out her arms. Think. Her voice becomes desperate again. The name Dianara must evoke some memory within you. I think I feel the stirrings of a memory. Tell me more. Perhaps your words shall chase the shadows from my mind, Dianara. Oh, at last the fates show mercy. Even death cannot chase me from your mind, my love. Do you not see? Your memories shall return. Tell me how I can help you, and I shall. Do you know who I am? You are one both blessed and cursed, my love, and you are one who is never far from my thoughts and heart. Blessed and cursed? What do you mean? The nature of your curse should be apparent, my love. Look at you. She points at you. Death rejects you. Your memories have abandoned you. Do you not pause and wonder why? I'm still trying to get my bearings, actually. What else can you tell me about myself? I know you once claimed you loved me, and that you would love me until death claimed us both. I believed that, never knowing the truth of who you were, what you were. And what am I? I cannot. She suddenly freezes, as she speaks slowly, carefully, as if her voice frightens her. The truth is this. You are one who dies many deaths. These deaths are given the knowledge of all things mortal, and in your hand lies the spark of life and death. Those that die near you carry a trace of themselves that you can bring forth. As Dianara speaks the words, a crawling sensation wells up at the back of your skull. You suddenly feel compelled to look at your hand. As you lift it up and look at it, you can see the blood coursing sluggishly through your arm, pouring into your muscles, and in turn giving strength to your bones.
Updated my journal.
And you know Dianara is right. You suddenly remember how to coax the dimmest spark of life from a body and bring it forth. The thought both horrifies you and intrigues you. I now know how to raise the dead. I'm not going to read this verbatim, but I can raise dead. I had other questions. What is it you wish to know? I need to escape this place. Can you help me? As you are about to ask Dianara the question, it catches in your throat. It occurs to you that if you tell her you are looking for an escape route, she may feel you are abandoning her. If you are going to ask her how to leave, you need to be delicate about it. Dianara, I'm in danger. Can you guide me to a place of safety? I shall return as soon as I can speak to you again. In danger? She looks concerned. Of course, my love, I will aid you any way I can. She closes her eyes for a moment, and you watch an ethereal zephyr pass through her body, stirring her hair. After a moment, the zephyr dies, and her eyes open slowly. Perhaps there is a way. Yes? I sense that this place holds many doors, shrouded from mortal eyes. Perhaps you could use one of these portals as a means of escape. Portals? Portals are holes in existence, leading to destinations in the inner and outer planes. If you could find the proper key, you could escape through one of them. Key? Dianara pauses for a moment, as if attempting to remember. Portals will reveal themselves when you have the proper key. Unfortunately, these keys can be almost anything. An emotion, a piece of wood, a dagger of silvered glass, a scrap of cloth, a tune you hum to yourself. I fear that the dustmen are the only ones who would know the keys you could use to leave their halls, my love. Then I shall ask one of them. Farewell, Dianara. Hold a moment. I learned much when I traveled with you, my love, and what you have lost, I have retained. I have not divulged all that I know to you. My sight is clear whilst you fumble in the darkness for a spark of thought. And what is it your sight sees that I do not? Time itself relaxes its hold, as the chill of oblivion slowly claims us, my love. Glimpses of things yet to come swarm across my vision. I see you, my love. I see you as you are now. And Dianara grows quiet. What is it? What do you see? I see what lies ahead for you. It ripples through the plain, streaming outwards from this point. Shall I speak of what I see? Tell me. First, I require a promise. Promise you will return, that you will find some means to save or join me. I'm gonna say yes. Make a vow. I swear that I'll find some means to save you or join
This is
you.
what my eyes see, my love. Unfettered by the shackles of time.
I will wait for her to continue.
You shall meet enemies 3, but none more dangerous than yourself in your full glory. They are shades of evil, of good, and of neutrality, given life and twisted by the laws of the planes. You shall come to a prison built of regrets and sorrow, where the shadows themselves have gone mad. There you will be asked to make a terrible sacrifice, my love. For the matter to be laid to rest, you must destroy that which keeps you alive, and be immortal no longer.
Destroy what keeps me alive?
I know that you must die while you still can. The circle must come to a close, my love. You were not meant for this life. You must find that which was taken from you and travel beyond, into the lands of the dead.
Die while I still can?
Updated my journal.
I do not doubt your ability to rise from the dead. I do believe that every incarnation weakens your thoughts and memories. You claim to have lost a memory. Perhaps it is a side effect of countless deaths. If so, what more will you lose in successive deaths? If you lose your mind, you will not even know enough to realize that you cannot die. You shall truly be doomed. Countless deaths? How long has this been going on? I do not truly know, except that it has gone on long enough. Farewell, Dianara.
I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
She smiles, but there is only sadness in it. She closes her eyes, and with an ethereal whisper, she fades. You back with me, Chief? You kind of drifted out on me there. No, I'm fine. Do you know who that spirit was? Spirit? That specter I was talking to, the woman. You were rattling your bone box with some woman? Where? Mort looks around excited. What did she look like? She was right on top of the pier. Didn't you see her? No, you just kind of drifted out there for a bit. Just stood there statue-like. I was a little worried you'd gone addled on me again. No, I'm fine, I think. Let's move on. Now, there are 2 ways out of this place. We could go through the portal and just leave. The portal is up here. I'll just show you where it is. As long as you have a crooked finger, it will appear for you just like that. But we are not going that way. Also, I love the music in this game so much.
Done.
Actually, I kind of want to just go like this. 1 second. There we go. What are these? Yeah, we'll do that.
Done.
There we go. Now we can hear the music a little bit better over the other stuff.
I'm gone. Done.
So we're gonna leave this way.
I'm gone. All right.
We're gonna talk to Sogo. You see a tired-looking man in a black robe. His narrow face is extremely pale, and he doesn't look as if he's been sleeping. His shoulders are slumped, and the flesh sags loosely beneath his bloodshot eyes. He looks so lost in thought, he doesn't even notice you. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Greetings, the man turns to face you and makes a slight bow. You suddenly notice that his eyes aren't bloodshot, so much as they have a red tinge to them. I am Sogo. How may I? He suddenly seems to notice your scars, and the corner of his mouth twitches. I'm sorry, sir. Are you lost? I'm gonna say... No, I'm not lost. I had some questions. I do not recall admitting you. Sogo looks at you suspiciously, and his eyes gleam red in the light of the torches. May I ask what you are doing here? I'm going to say I'm here to see somebody. Who are you here to see? I would be more than happy to direct you. I'm here to see Doll. No, wait. I'm gonna see. Adin. Does he still work here, or Adin? Sogo's eyes narrow. And his red tinge you saw in them before seems more pronounced? No. One of that name resides within the mortuary halls, living or dead. His mouth twitches, and to your surprise, he sniffs the air for a moment. Then I must have misspoke. There's an interesting thing in this game where your words can create realities. So if we continue to ask about Adden, eventually there will be somebody named Adden in the game, so it's kind of neat. I'm going to say that we're here to say Dull. Dull, the Scrivener can be found in the receiving room on the upper floor. The corner of Soga's mouth twitches briefly. He is rather busy and his health is failing. Unless you have pressing matters, I would not disturb him. Very well, I will keep my visit with him brief. Farewell. Sogo nods, and his mouth twitches again. He doesn't even seem to be aware of it. Return when you have repaid your respects, and I will unlock the front gate for you. It is after 9 bells, so you'll have to leave as soon as you conclude your business. You know, I could do this another time. Can you let me out now? Sogo nods, and the corner of his mouth twitches. Why, of course. These halls can be confusing to visitors, no harm done, but you are not permitted here in the mortuary after 9 bells. Let me open the front gate for you. Thank you. You get experience for going out this way versus the portal way. Just as a heads up, another 500 experience. You might get experience for going to the portal. Actually, we've gotten the experience now. Let's go through the portal and see if we get any more experience. Very well, the front gate is unlocked, but you cannot re-enter. Thank you, Sogo. I will leave now. Run a quick save. And we're going to run away. I don't think we'll get in trouble for going back this way.
All right.
And we already did take care of the giant skeleton guards, so let's jump out the portal side now. Those things have obviously come for us. Okay, so we're actually out of the mortuary now. I'm going to end this video here. In the next video, we're going to enter the Hive, which is the first part of the city we are going to be in. Like always, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.